Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Ultimate's General Civil War with me, your host, Luckymarine, and we are back up to an enemy army of approximately 100,000, which is going to make Blackwater River interesting. Now, I went to Blackwater River earlier on, not in person, just in here. I realised what it was, what we were going to be doing. I remember doing it with the Union side. We had cannon, we had, I think that's a defensive position, this is a defensive position, and then there's another defensive position along here somewhere. But the troops here weren't our own, and they were all armed with carbine units. Now, carbine units have less of an effective range, so if we can line up at the very limit of our range, we should be able to nullify the effect of these carbines. Also, I'm going to use a third core for this because, well, firstly, I don't want to be wasting my my first core. Yeah, I don't want to be wasting my first core on what is going to end up being a slogfest. So swapped out a load of the officers into the third core just to make sure that everyone's command stat was high. I also changed a few of the cannons. We have loads of cannons. I haven't been selling anything, so we've got loads of cannons here. We had 20 odd parrots, 25 parrots. So one of our units has got a parrot gun. We had 40 odd 10-pounder ordnances. So again, two of our units have got them. Just swapped them out respectively from the Napoleons that they had. And the reason for that is, where are they? Down here. Now the parrot gun, the range is a little bit further, plus it's accurate. So if they've got cannons on the other side of that river, and we go across that river, across that bridge into canister fire, the very first unit that gets across the bridge is going to rout straight away. So if we can line up this side of the river and put enough damage into that cannon unit to turn it away, then I'll be happy. And we're not going to be able to do that with the 24-pounders because they just don't have the range for it. We'll be able to do that with the Napoleons. Accuracy isn't great. The Napoleons are very much a mid to short range kind of weapon. So we've got the 10-pounder parrots, we've also got the 10-pounder ordnances, which have another 100 meters, yards maybe? Meters, yards? Probably yards. Have another 100 yards on top of the Napoleons. Oh dear. And they're fairly accurate as well. They're a lot more accurate than the Napoleons that have an accuracy of something like 10, I think. Is it 10? Accuracy of 10? Yeah, accuracy of 10. So it's just like you will fire it in that general direction and hope it hits something. These you can actually aim. So we've got two 10-pounder ordnance, we've got one 10-pounder parrot. We'll roll them up as quickly as we can and try to focus down their cannon. We can then use these just to try and smash into units on the other side of the river. I've also equipped Duchesne. I went through all the third core units and had a look at the melee score and found out that Duchesne has the best melee score by 1. So I've equipped him with the Palmetto just because it has the best melee stat, and Duchesne is going to be the one that we chuck into melee. We're going to have a very specialized unit that is designed to smash into defensive positions, and when it gets into that defensive position it can do well. When it gets into melee range, when it gets into doing what it needs to do, it can do well. I don't need it to hold a line, I don't need it to have a good weapon, I just need it to be able to hold its own when it's in melee. So without further ado, Blackwater River. Have a double check that I'm actually recording. Don't know what I've eaten today, but it's stuck in my throat. Right, 8 cannons, 12 people. Exactly 20. Let's go. This has... how do I put it? This could end up being a clusterfuck. It really could. We could end up losing a lot of people here if we don't do it right. Okay. Because we have to get across this river against a prepared defense. But then we have to push even further to this control point. Thing is, this is a defensive area. This is a defensive area. So they'll be on the edge of this wood line firing into the open. And they'll be in here as well. I think there's a defensive area here as well. So they'll be in here. They'll be in here. It's... yeah. It's not going to be pretty. But let's organise our troops in such a way that we can sweep any skirmishers out of these woods, if there are any. I don't need you then. Now we should have more than enough people to deal with whatever's on the other side of the river. We'll chuck all our cannons out in the open over here, just so that they can get to where they need to go just that little bit quicker. They're not being held up by trying to traverse in these woods. Okay, we'll start that. We'll have... no. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 on you sweeping up through here. All cannons. Just kind of there. It's my new favourite thing. It really is. That's wonderful. And Buckley, you move forward as well. Let's have you run in. Garfield, you in behind. We'll split skirmishers from Buckley. I think this is an observation point, which should open up a little bit here. Let's have you 3 moving as well. And you 2. Wagon move up, and we'll move up as well. If you lump your general in with troops, he'll move at the same speed as the troops. If you just select your general singularly and get him to move on his own, he'll move a lot quicker. So yeah, that's probably not a good thing, especially if there's people up there. We'll split skirmishers from you and push them out a little bit. Just observe what's going on. He'll probably set up in this field with a cannon. Depends what's in these woods. Hopefully nothing. If I was these guys, I'd have pushed someone across this bridge. Skirmishers at least. If I had cannon on the other side. There we go. What kind of range is that? We'll put you in there. When the shit hits the fan here and everyone's focusing this way. You've been seen, you've been seen. You've not been seen, so you've been spotted by someone over here. we'll see if they can get around into this spot here without getting too much of a hammering. So yeah, when these all focus down here, we might be able to get... There's cannons up here and there's cannons here. Might be able to get Buckley into the side of Foster. So yeah, quite a few cannons there. Ooh, skirmishers as well. Yeah, now's probably the time to run. You still spotted that? Alright, no you're not. I'd really like these skirmishers not to exist anymore. The reason why I don't want them to escape is because skirmishers have a longer view range. So I don't want them to be on the other side of the river, giving them more of a range. I'd rather get rid of them entirely. Wow, there are a lot of cannons over there. Yeah, we got spotted by these guys. Can I cover you in? We might be able to push you into decent cover here. And go to work on Terry from across this river. Alright, you guys, pull back. We did what we needed to do that. I don't know how. I was walking past here, didn't illuminate skirmishers that were here. No wonder we got spotted. Now, where's our 10-pounders? Custer, I should have recognised the name. Barrett. Preston. Right, so we're on the very edge of our range, which means if we're on the very edge of our range, and they're using carbines, that the effective range of carbines is something like 200 something, 220 yards, 230. The effective range of our rifles here, we should have probably put someone a little bit better in here. Our Breed is our melee unit, isn't he? Tree Fiddy? Yeah. Summers, you take the place of Breed. We're going to need to preserve Breed. Men. We'll just clear out this spot here. So you run it. Okay, Napoleon's. Bristow and Palmer, gonna need you to push a little bit further forward. You two just don't have the range. Gusta, I don't know where you're going, but get back there. So, laying down some fairly accurate fire here. Duchesne. Let's split skirmishers off from you and just push them out a little bit. Samus should have more luck here than Breathe did. Right, we're seen here, which means skirmishes right there. So the howitzers will open up on the skirmishers, try to force them away. Yeah, let's get the skirmishers away if we can. Do you have the range for that? I think they do. Do you know the range for... No, okay. You can't focus on that. You... Yeah, you all have range. Okay, so we'll focus down the enemy cannon, even though there's a lot more cannon than just them. Yeah, Samus is having a lot more luck here than Breathe did, just because of the better rifles. And we'll bring our supply up so we don't run out of it. Let's have you lot prepped, ready to go. Let's bring you back. Just not doing enough damage to the cannons here. 24 pounders. Let's get you over here. I should put you in shell range of Terry. How you going, Samus? Yeah. A little bit better. Alright, so Custer's the 10 pounder. No, Palmer and Bristow. We have plenty of 24 pounders. 24 pounders? We have plenty of 12 pounders. So let's be aggressive with you two. That's not good. We just got opened up from these woods. If this is shell fire, they'll stay here. If it's not, we'll pull Haze at the back. You move forward. There are skirmishers here. That's definitely going to be shell fire. Now, we are losing men here in these units. However, if we can get 5 lots of shell off into Terry, I reckon just these two will probably get him off the point. In fact, where are we? Let's go and give them a pep talk. They're only just down now to the size of units that we have, and we would never be able to go above 2,500 men. So how they can roll out close to 3,000 men per unit, per brigade, I don't know. Alright, excellent. Now's probably the time to go, isn't it? Breathe to area. There's no point in having a specific unit to push through melee if I can't find you. Breathe, where you going? There we go. Let's go. Let's move you 3 up whilst we can. Oh, come on then, boy. Lots of cannons, love it. Need you running as well, and you, and you, and you. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to get past 2 units of cannon? What cover are we in here? 54. Not bad. Right. And keep going. We'll push Duchesne behind you. Who else is that? I'm a claws this way. So when we push Breathe into Foster, into melee, we've got 2 guys behind him firing into it. Yeah, fairly certain that I told you to move to Shane. How much condition we got? Alright, so enough for a charge then. Oh my word. There's lots of cannons around here. Nope, you fire into that. You fire into this as well. You turn the face. You shuffle yourself down. we need more men. And I need you running if you're not already. You two. Again. Running. And finally you two. Running. Go on. Brigadier General Manuel breathed is wounded. That's alright, it's only a wound. He'll be fine. Let's have you all firing into this guy here. Which you are. You're all firing in the right direction as well. Splendid. Alright, so Breed did what he was sent in there to do, which means that we can now push forward into the cover of these woods and out of the open. Train skirmishers, you go back to your unit. £24. 24 pounders and no Hill, Semmers, Hayes. Let's get you across these woods. I think we're going to need you to help dislodge people. Who else have we got? Custer, Barrett, Preston, Bristow, and Palmer. We'll set you there, but whoever is going this way, that's Palmer. We'll pull you in behind, just so you're not within range of Porter or Hawkins. Let's get you around here as well, and you. Look at this. It's madness. Let's just get you in those woods. At least we've got some cover in these woods. At least there's something to stop us getting hit in the face with balls. Or shell for the matter. I don't think I need you lot out that way. Let's line up this way instead. Dylan, the desk isn't where you go to sleep. And we'll move up as well, and we'll push the stores as well into there. Oh, I was meant to use these ones. Let's go and try and spot the cannons over here. Right here. I think there's two groups of them. Looks like two groups. I've just said melee. Who are we meleeing? I don't know. I think we'll just melee into Blake actually. That's nasty. Jackson, you come over here just to cover off against Harland. give cover to everyone else coming in behind you. Just get beyond them, wrap them up, make sure that they can't fire at you again. So this is working. I continue that way. How are we going to do this? Breathe. Let's get you out this way. I'd like to dislodge Murphy if we can, somehow. You should be firing as should you. I don't know why I'm moving. Right, take advantage of this. And I want you in behind. We're gonna have to go and just capture the heights here. Damn the consequences. I'll fire into that. What are you two doing? I am 100% certain that I didn't set you up there. Let's get you in this gap as well. Let's have you into these woods as well. We'll just kind of capture this point and kind of just sit on it. Get you in the back. This is going to be nasty. Who are we firing at? Yeah, go on then. So you two moving further along. You three moving further along, I think. No, we're staying this until we've taken it. it's starting to turn. You can see it starting to turn. We're starting to drive them away. I think combined cannon down here made them roll and roll and roll to the point where we're only ever facing one or two that are stood stationary. Plus the flanking manoeuvre that we did has helped a lot. Let's push you lot further in. And let's have our 24 pounders push just a little bit further forward. When you're firing at this, when you're firing at that as well, I want you firing at this whilst it's routing. Actually no, can you get shots on to Hiller? Alright, so we secure the heights. When you secure the heights, usually they come back and melee into you and want to take it back pretty quickly. So we'll just have to be prepared for that. So have you two press right up to the back of that line, you as well. And let's sort this mess out. So Denison, Jackson, Siegfried, I want you consolidating this line here. Yeah, that'll do. Summers and McClaws, I want you just behind. I think that is it. Duchesne, where are you going? Yeah. You go back to your unit. Oh. Well, it definitely wasn't easy. Yeah, let's get you over here. Where are you going? You make sure the skirmishes don't become an issue. You move forward, take advantage of Hiller being out paddling in the river. Wow, that was really good. From 200 odd down to routed off the field. What weapons do you have? Okay. See what I mean about the enemies more likely to try and get around the back of you. Again, trying to probe around the sides. I don't mind holding this position here because it's semi-defensive and brought a lot of cannons onto the field. So by the time they get to the edge of this wood line, they're well into 24 pounder shell range. I'm not going to like that. Yeah, it didn't take much to get Terry off that defensive position. And they're running out of ammunition. I don't know why they'd be running out of ammunition. They must have a supply truck like we have. Let's push you to just out here. Let's see what's knocking about. Let's split skirmishers up from you just to extend our range. Just there. You're in just behind. We have a gap in the line here for you. Let's have you. No, not you. You fall back. Hill. Just in there. I didn't see a volley from Houghton that entire time there. Houston? I didn't see a volley from Houston that entire time that he was stood there. I don't think he had the range. I don't know what rifles he's using. He must have the range. I don't know. Sometimes when your unit gets down to less than 50% morale, you're not cohesive enough to get full volleys off. So you just see your unit taking the odd little pot shot here and there. Something that's frustrated me for a while until I realised why it was happening and what was going on. And I suppose it does make sense. If you're on the verge of panic, then you're not going to be cohesive as a unit. Now we're just taking ball fire from their artillery. Let's get you around here as well. Hopefully we can take their artillery out. Their cannons out even. Don't know why Semmers has pushed himself so far forward. He was just behind these lines. Unless he's moved him about and it's dislodged him. That looks like a fresh unit. They're getting reinforcements from somewhere. Don't know. It might make sense. Excellent. Taking out their long range capabilities. Even though we're firing into cover, it's at no risk to ourselves. It's just cannons going off, so fine with that. Let's split skirmishers off from you just to give us that little bit of extra range. Extra little bit of spotting range. 2, 3. Where's the other one? Yeah, we'll push Garfield into the flank. I think they're going to be focusing on Samus. Oh, okay. So I didn't want Samus at the front, because anyone who gets to the edge of these woods immediately sees our valuable 24-pounders. So. But they did a good work there. Yeah, as soon as anyone reveals themselves here. Instant and constant. Again. Not bad. Alright, so they're trying to get back onto the defensive units for some reason. What is this? Alright, everyone focus. The magical Hawkins has come out of nowhere. Let's split skirmishers to you. And let's try and wrap you up with breathed skirmishers. So I've got 2 units firing into a little skirmisher fight. No, don't leave the line. Well, it worked, kind of sorts. And go back to unit. I wonder how long we're going to be in this fight for. Bristow has taken a bit of a hammer in there. I think this is where we'll leave it. Yeah, I think this is where we'll leave it. Cannons are getting... well, our supply wagon is empty. Our 24-pounders are in the wrong place. The battle's shifted itself down here. 24-pounders aren't going to get down here quick enough. I don't think. No, let's just go. Done. Oh. Not bad. Not bad considering we were fighting into... well, through a bottleneck, into woods, against quite a few guns. And we'd brought quite a few guns ourselves, but that was by design, because I thought they would be valuable in dislodging people from defensive positions, from anti-cannon fire or counter battery fire. Victory. Good stuff. Manuel breathed. He is wounded. He was the one who took out the defences here. Single-handedly charged whilst people behind him shot him in the back of the head. Still don't know why friendly fire isn't a thing, but oh well. Rescued and captured some stuff. Captured a load of Harper's Ferry, which is nice. Nice little fight for our third call. Get them a bit of experience. What do we get? Let's go for economy. And the next fight will be... Yeah, we did hardly anything to them there. What's it in the run up to? Chancellorville, alright. Next fight will be Rio Hill. Again, that'll be tomorrow. I'll get this up today. And what can we buy from the government? Nothing good. Nothing good, we'll save our points. I've got all this sorted out. Swap out our cannons back to the Napoleons. We didn't lose any of the 24 pounders, which is nice. And I'll reshuffle all the officers. Actually, let's have a look at what Rio Hill consists of. Just 10 brigades. Okay. I think they're going to have to be good brigades for this. Usually if they only allow you to bring a few brigades, chances are you're going to take a hammer in. And they're going to need to be good brigades. Anyway, I've been Luckymarine. As always, you lot have been amazing. Join me next time for more. For Ultimate General Civil War. With me, your host Luckymarine, and my cat Dylan, who's now fully asleep on my desk. And onwards. Next, oh actually, what's this? First Franklin? 10th of April. Nope, it'll be First Franklin next. I didn't see this. I thought there was only 2 before Chancellorville. Should we have done this first? What date was Blackwater Height? 15th of March. Alright, so yeah, we were doing it in order then. So yeah, next time will be First Franklin, and I'll have a look at that briefly. A little bit. Still only 12 brigades. Okay, well I will sort out my stuff and I will see you in the next episode. Until then, do take care.